Hola chicas, your season sis here with the latest episode that I am calling Permission to Grieve, ma'am. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share. I am opening the podcast with the lyrics to a song that I feel describes a particular type of grief that we may feel from time to time. The grief of losing a romantic love. This type of grief should not be suppressed or ignored. I became acquainted with Billie Holiday when Lady Sings the Blues, starring Diana Ross, came on TV. Her triumphant yet tragic story gripped me, and I wanted to learn more about Lady Day. One of the songs she made famous was Lover Man. Let's take a deeper dive into the lyrics, shall we? James O. Davis, Jimmy Sherman, and Roger J. Ramirez were the three men who wrote this song. Did they run the lyrics past any woman? Could be. In 1941, when this song was written, marriage was pretty much the only option for women. We fervently prayed some man would choose us. Hopefully, Lover Man would hurry up and rescue us soon, or we were doomed. I'm going to read the lyrics, then season them with my 2024 interpretation. I don't know why, but I'm feeling so sad. Sad because I don't have a man. My man broke up with, divorced me, or died on me. I long to try something I never had. I don't have a man or husband no more. Never had no kissing. It's been so long since I've been smooched. Or worse yet, I can tell you the date, year, month, and day it last happened. Oh, what I've been missing. Lover man, oh, where can you be? Are you at church, Starbucks, the grocery store, online, eHarmony, Bumble, Match, Tinder.com, or wherever folks meet these days? The night is cold and I'm so alone. I give my soul just to call you my own. I'd even convert myself to the red pill definition of a traditional woman. Force myself into some man's wifey mode. Not think for myself or have an opinion, let alone voice it. Got the moon above me. Romance and songs and Hallmark movies that I look at from the outside in. But no one to love me. That equates to me being worthless. Lover man, oh, where can you be? I've heard it said that the thrill of romance can be like a heavenly dream. My one and only dream. Second or third place dreams might be career, finance, travel. Fill in your own blank. I go to bed with a prayer. Lord, let my husband find me. Not opening up my prayer with my church testimony, thanking God for my life, health, and strength, food, clothing, and shelter, being clothed in my right mind, for people who love me unconditionally, no strings attached, that you'll make love to me as my lawfully wedded husband, of course. Strange as it seems. Someday we'll meet. Someday my prince will come, and you'll dry all my tears. Hopefully you won't make me shed new ones. Then whisper sweet little things in my ear. Tell me lies, sweet little lies. Hugging and a kissing, oh, what we've been missing. Lover man, oh, where can you be? Now that Billie has made us sufficiently blue, we know we cannot stay here. So let's examine the whats, whys, wheres, and hows of navigating grief due to the end of a relationship, defined as a long or short-term boyfriendship, engagement, divorce, or widowhood. Breaking up is tough. Hard to do, according to that Neil Sedaka song. It's like losing a piece of yourself that you thought had the potential to be forever. Understanding these feelings and allowing yourselves to have them can help you navigate the grief that follows the end of a relationship. For us never marrieds, do we feel like we need permission to have and feel the feelings, especially grief, around a marriage that never happened? Are there limits to how much time you can grieve if the man in your life still lives, but no longer in your world? The church girl in me wants to offer some hope. Psalms 34:18. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Despite this being an audio podcast, use your imagination to get some visuals. When a relationship ends, it feels like a chapter of your life closes abruptly. You invested time, love, and dreams. The knight in shining armor, riding in on the horse. Not a white horse like the one that killed Joe Pittman in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. Sweeping you off your feet as "and they lived happily ever after" appears before the credits. Come back, girl, come back. Suddenly, all that's left are memories. Even when some of those are bad and ugly, we want to keep our rose-colored, fingerprint smudge glasses on. There's also the what ifs. This loss isn't just about the person, it's about the future you envision together. You might wonder, what had happened? Or could I have done something differently? These questions often amplify the pain, making it hard to find closure. Picture this. Your heart is a balloon that was once full of air. When the relationship ends, that balloon deflates, leaving you feeling empty and lost. Depending on how painful the relationship ended, it could feel like a startling pop. Grieving is the process that helps you re-inflate that balloon bit by bit. Ending a relationship can feel like a storm hitting your life out of nowhere. One moment, there's sunshine and laughter, and the next, everything's turned upside down. This journey is filled with a powerful mix of emotions. Let's explore this complex process and find a way to calm the turbulent waters. You may have been introduced to the stages of grief in your college psychology class. They may include denial. This can't be happening. You might keep hoping the relationship will go back to what it was. He gone. Reasons why are: he left, you mustered up the courage to leave, he became dearly departed, or y'all divorced. Bottom line, your happily ever after dream is dashed. Anger. You might feel mad at your partner, the world, or yourself. Ain't but one thing I done wrong. I stayed in that relationship much too long. I gave him the best years, months, weeks, days of my life. Time that I can't give back. I gave him my heart, all of me. He took my heart, threw it from a speeding car, and backed up over it again and again and again. Come back, girl, come back. This anger needs a healthy outlet. Bargaining. If only I had done this differently, maybe we'd still be together. You might play the what if game in your head and also if only, focusing solely on all of your wouldas, couldas, and shouldas. Depression. This stage can hit hard. Loneliness creeps in, making you feel like you're walking through a fog. Never marrieds and divorcees may be mourning the failure of the relationship as evidence that something is wrong with you. Widows, did I do all that I could for my husband? Did he know how much I loved him? Acceptance. Finally, you start to understand what's happened. Acceptance doesn't mean you're over it, but it's a step towards healing. Never marrieds and divorcees. Make yourself a T-chart to look at the pros and cons. And if the con side is lopsided, ending the relationship may have been necessary. Widows, know that you are blessed to still have your precious memories. There is no way to anticipate all of the triggers for that roller coaster of emotions. It could be our song, our favorite place to eat, smelling the flowers he used to give you. Those things can open up the floodgates. The 5 stages of grief can be synthesized into 3 clusters of emotion. Sadness. Like depression, it hits hard. You miss your partner, the good times, and even the little things. At least I knew. At least I knew who was going to be my +1. At least I knew what I was going to do on Friday nights. At least I knew who I was going to spend my birthday, holiday, or other special events with. Anger. It's okay to feel mad, whether at your ex or late husband, yourself, or the situation. It's a natural reaction. Never marrieds may feel that we were cheated out of a rite of passage, a wedding, and a happy marriage. Divorcees and widows may feel that they were cheated out of a 10th, 25th, or 50th anniversary, growing old together surrounded by grands and great-grands. This stings when you see your peers had and or still have the life you yearned for. Confusion. You might be unsure about what to feel and how to move forward. That's totally fine. In your head, maybe on paper, you had a timeline, blueprint, program GPS, a map. Now you're at a crossroads. Where to go, what to do, and who to do it with. After a breakup, it's easy to feel lost, like a ship without a rudder. It's important to remember that healing takes time. If breaking up or divorce was the best thing, do we realize that we need to heal? Or do we just say, good riddance, it's over, on to the next? Just as a wound needs care to heal, so does your heart. It's okay to take small steps. Focus on rediscovering yourself and exploring interests that make you happy. What hobbies did you put aside? Or what new things do you want to try? Were there some things that you placed on the shelf or parts of you that you made smaller? Things you didn't say? Did you give some or all of yourself away and would like to reclaim you? Think about the good times and the lessons learned. What did you enjoy? What would you change? This isn't about dwelling on the past, but rather about gathering insights to shape your future. Reflection can help turn pain into wisdom, much like turning a lump of coal into a diamond. Do you need the ex who is yet alive to help you get closure? I think it's too risky. A flame that needs to fizzle out may reignite an inferno. Looking into his eyes, hearing that baritone make promises that were never kept, may provoke amnesia. Connecting with others who understand can ease the loneliness that often follows a breakup. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Many have walked this path before you. Their stories might just inspire you to take a step forward. A support group, formal or informal, can validate what you feel and confirm that you can come out on the other side better and whole. Friends and family are like lifebuoys tossed to you in a sea of grief. Share your feelings with people who truly care. If you feel overwhelmed, consider seeking professional help. Therapists can provide strategies and a listening ear that may just brighten your outlook. Time is your best friend. It has a magical way of dulling pain. It allows you to create new memories and adapt to change. That it doesn't necessarily mean that you forget the person you lost. Think of grief like a bruise. It might throb and hurt initially, but over time, it fades into a memory. Each day that passes is a step closer to finding peace. Acknowledge your feelings and give yourself grace as you navigate this transformative time. It's okay to grieve, and it's okay to heal at your own pace. Closure is like the final scene in a movie. It helps you understand the storyline and move on. A lack of closure can keep you stuck, replaying the same scenes over and over. Write down your feelings, talk to friends, or engage in creative outlets. This process can help clear the fog and lead you towards acceptance. Yes, grief of the ending of a relationship is an emotional ride, but it doesn't have to define you. You don't have to wear it like a badge of dishonor. Just like seasons change, so too can your heart. Remember, it's not the end. It's simply a new beginning for you. Rediscover who you are outside of the relationship. It will help you grow from your past experience and see a brighter future. Widows get some closure through a memorial service or celebration of life. Do you need to have a memorial service or funeral for the dream that died once you became uncoupled? The engagement was broken, or the ink dried on the divorce papers? Or better yet, should you have a party to celebrate the newness of life because you are allowing that old life to pass away? As you grieve, remember it's okay to focus on yourself. Engage in activities that light you up. Reclaim your joy. It's like planting seeds in a garden. Give yourself space to grow, and eventually beautiful flowers will bloom. I began this podcast with a song, so I will close it with a quote from Irving Berlin, an American composer and songwriter. The song is ended, but the melody lingers on. If you have never taken time to grieve, I grant you permission to partake in some good grief. There is no formula. Take all the time you need, and don't let anyone rush you back out there before you have healed. This is your seasoned sis saying thanks for joining me. Please comment, like, follow, subscribe, and share. Until next time, later girlies.